Hello children, today let's learn a new lesson. The title of our today's lesson is Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. The lesson Don't Be Afraid of the Dark is a poem written by Ruskin Bond. This poem is included in Unit 5 of your Marigold English Reader. Children, before we get on with our today's class, I would like to know something from you. Give me an honest response, okay? Tell me, children, are you afraid of the dark? I guess most of you are afraid of the dark, isn't it? Now, this is not something that you should be ashamed of, because as kids, we have heard many scary stories of ghosts that come out and wander the streets at night, isn't it? So we have learned to associate night with something evil. The various sounds that we hear at night, like the hooting of owls, the croaking of frogs, the chirping of crickets, the rustling of trees when the wind blows, all add to our fear. And I think you all agree with me here. But worry not, children. If you are afraid of the dark, here is some good news. The poem Don't Be Afraid of the Dark will make you look at night or darkness in a new light. And after you have learned the poem, you will definitely start appreciating the beauty of starry moonlit nights. So without much ado, let's get started with the poem. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. The earth must rest when the day is done. The earth must rest when the day is done. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. And the stars will be shining forever and ever. And the stars will be shining forever and ever. Be friends with the night, there is nothing to fear. Be friends with the night, there is nothing to fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. By day it does seem that our troubles won't cease. By day it does seem that our troubles won't cease. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. The earth must rest when the day is done. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. And the stars will be shining forever and ever. Be friends with the night, there is nothing to fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. By day it does seem that our troubles won't cease. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. Children, let me now explain the poem to you so that you can understand it better and start being friends with night. Stanza 1. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. The earth must rest when the day is done. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. And those stars will be shining forever and ever. Explanation to stanza 1. In this stanza, the poet Ruskin Bond asked the child to not be scared or afraid of the darkness or night. He explains to the child that at night, when the sun sets, the earth gets time to rest. The sunlight is harsh on earth and the people who live on it. But the moonlight is very calm and relaxing or soothing. The sky lit with stars will be there always to offer us a pleasant sight. So night is the best time for everyone to rest because after a good night's sleep, we feel rejuvenated or refreshed. So instead of being afraid of the night, kids, you must enjoy the calm and soothing moonlight that brings peace to us. Children, here you will understand why it is essential to have night. At night, everything, including the earth, gets time to rest after a busy day. But the moonlight, as compared to the sunlight, is very calm and soothing. It is not harsh on us. The moon and the starlit sky offer a pleasant sight. The soothing night helps us to have a relaxed sleep. So, children, you must not be afraid of the night. Stanza 2. Be friends with the night, there is nothing to fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. By day it does seem that our troubles won't cease, but at night, late at night, the world is at peace. Explanation to stanza 2. In stanza 2, the poet asks the child to be friends with night and not to be scared of darkness. The child can occupy his mind with thoughts of his friends and family, and he could have a pleasant sleep. This is essential to refresh our body from the challenges that we face during the daytime. But night offers peace and relaxation, so the child must stop fearing the night as night is friendlier than day. During daytime, when the sun is shining bright, every creature of nature will be busy in doing their share of work. The challenges that we face every day seem endless. The night, with its soothing calmness, helps us to relax peacefully. Children, at night, in order to calm yourself down, you may think about your friends and family and have a pleasant sleep. So always remember that night is a friend of ours and you should not be scared of night. So this was the explanation to the beautiful poem, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. The poem Don't Be Afraid of the Dark is written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is a well-known Indian poet, novelist, and short story writer. In the year 1999, he was awarded Padma Shri for his contribution to children's literature. His stories are very interesting, children, and his language is simple. So you can also buy a collection of his short stories and give it a try. Now let's discuss the new words of the poem. The first new word that you have in the lesson is afraid, and it means to feel fear. In the picture that is displayed on the screen, you will find a boy who is scared or afraid of darkness. So using the word afraid, I have framed the sentence, the boy is afraid of darkness. The second new word or difficult word we have here is dark, and it means with little or no light. On the screen, you have the picture of a dim lit room. Using the word dark, I have framed the sentence, we use lights at night because it is dark. The third word here is rest, and it means relax. I have used the word rest and framed the sentence, after a tiring day at school, I like to rest. The fourth difficult word provided in your textbook is harsh, and it means rough or severe. Here on the screen, you will find a place experiencing harsh or severe or rough winter. Using the word harsh, I have framed the sentence. This year, the winter is harsh. Our fifth new word is forever, and it means for always. Here in the picture displayed on the screen, you will find two girls celebrating Friendship Day. They are holding balloons shaped like the alphabet letters BFF. And it is known to us all that the letters BFF stand for Best Friends Forever. So using the word forever, I have framed the sentence. On Friendship Day, we pledged to remain friends forever. The sixth new word is troubles, and it means problems or worry. On the screen, you will find a colony that is flooded, and we all know that flooding causes troubles to people, isn't it? So I have used the word troubles and framed the sentence, floods cause a lot of trouble to people. Our seventh and the last new word is cease, and it means to end or stop. Using the word cease, I have framed the sentence, the rain did not cease even after 3 days. And if it keeps raining continuously, it results in flooding, just as it had happened in Hyderabad. So children, we have covered the new words, their meanings and usage. Let's now check out the textual exercises of this lesson. The first textual exercise included in this lesson is reading is fun. In this section, there are 5 comprehension questions. Let's discuss them one by one, children. The first question that we have here is, what is the poem about? We all know that the poem, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, is about children's fear of darkness. And the poem also suggests ways to overcome this fear. So we can write down the answer. The poem tells us about the fear of darkness that children have and the ways to overcome it. The second question included in reading is fun is, what happens when the day is over? Children, this is a very simple question to answer. We all know that when the day is over, night sets in. So the answer is, when the day is over, the night takes over. Our third question here is, what does the earth do when the day is over? Even this is a simple question to answer, children. We learned that when the day is over, the earth takes rest. So our answer is going to be like this. The earth rests when the day is over. The fourth question included in this section, reading is fun, is, what does the poet want us to do at night? We have learned from the poem that the poet wants us to have a peaceful sleep at night. So the answer for this question can be written down as, the poet wants us to have a peaceful sleep at night. The fifth and the last set of questions are true or false questions. Let me read out these one by one. Question number 1. The poet tells the child to be afraid when it is dark. And we all know that the answer is false. The second question here is, the poet says that stars will always shine at night, which is true. The third question here is, The poet tells the child to think of friends after it is dark. And that again is true. Children, with this, we have completed the discussion on the comprehension questions of the poem, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. To conclude, in this video, we have discussed the poem, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, written by Ruskin Bond, learned the new words from the poem, and discussed the comprehension questions. Now it's time for me to announce the home assignment. Your first home assignment is learn the poem and record your recitation and send it to my personal WhatsApp number. Your second home assignment is complete the notes of the lesson and submit the notes for correction. So this is it for today from me, children. Thank you and have a wonderful day.